It's time to go do some spring chores up in the garden. It's that time of the year that we're realizing that all danger of frost is probably gone. So now we got to get out there and do some hustling. It's time to start preparing the beds for your tomatoes. Maybe start getting some of the squash plants in the ground, and some of the beans and some of the other plants that might take just a little bit longer to grow, but you want to get them in there soon enough. Clay pit. I've been working on it quite a few years. Adding compost, adding manure, really working this stuff in. I'm going to break it up good now. Add some more compost to it. And once again, this is where I'm going to be putting my tomatoes. This is a great tool here. You can get nice deep shovelfuls. You just kind of twist it around. Some people like to get a rototiller out. Small areas sometimes. Your hand tools are your best bet. Alright, here's an area that definitely needs some work. We've got way too many lettuce plants in this area. Let's get rid of some of the weeds first. But like this area right here, I've got about a dozen plants coming up. And if I leave them, they're not going to do well at all. So I'm going to pull up clumps of these, and I can transplant each of those clumps out into individual plants. So there's 4 or 5 plants there, there's about 10 plants here. If I don't do this, they all do bad. So I've got each of these clumps right here. I'm going to start separating them out, putting them out in better places in the garden. I could actually put a few more in here. But fill some soil back into that spot. Cover up those roots on this side, and I'll probably do the same in here. But right now I'm going to take all these out and go put them somewhere else so they'll grow well. Okay, here's where I did just that a few weeks ago. I took them and I broke them up, and I took each of the little plants and I set them out in through here. I'm going to take some more of them and I'm going to put them in the front here, make another row all the way down, put maybe 6 or 8 more heads of lettuce in here. It's nice to kind of space them out a little bit because these will become mature and the other ones will still be growing, so you don't have everything come to full maturity at once. Well, as you can see here, I've got this clump that I pulled out of a whole bunch of plants, and I need to divide it. That's quite easily done. Just start breaking them up, and you can see the individual heads here. I usually like to pull off all the old rotten leaves as I go. And now I've got one nice little head of lettuce here that I can just pop in the ground. It's as easy as that. Now that one look like this in just a few weeks. There's another one here. Real simple trick to do, but it sure makes a difference in the way your garden turns out. Is that one or is that 2? That looks like just one big head. I'll call it 1. I'm going to put it over here. All the roots there, you want those to be spread out and work themselves right into a nice new area. The soil's got some compost in it, so I'm going to have to add too much more. This area is pretty good. So that little clump, I divided it up into 3 heads of lettuce. I'll go get another clump over there and I'll just keep spreading them down. we go. Another big clump. I'm going to break this up into individual heads. It's better to get rid of some of these little tiny ones. You can actually try planting them, but that's what you're looking for. One nice individual head like that. Simple enough to do. Drop the old leaves. That breaks off 2 heads. There you go. Simple as that. Break it all out and get a whole bunch of heads of lettuce going. No time. Got more lettuce than you know what to do with. Another one there. Here. It's going to take a while for the strawberries to come in, so I'll use some of this space for some lettuce right now. This will all be ready to pick in just a few weeks. I've actually got 2 heads of lettuce right here. I could probably divide it. Put that one back in the ground. Plenty of roots on this one right here. And I can take that and make that into its own head of lettuce someplace else. Where to put it? I'll put it over here. Simple as that. You can take a mistake in the garden and turn it into a real benefit.